Hello, 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 my beautiful souls. Blessed day, blessed be. So I want to jump on real quick. Sorry, I'm in the middle of like making dinner. That was smart. Making dinner. And I just keep getting all these healing messages that are flowing through. So I know that we all have the power to heal ourselves. Facts upon facts upon facts. I have done it. Some of my soul family has done it, and I'm not talking about little like scrapes and bruises, things like that. I'm talking like deep trauma. I'm talking terminal illnesses. I'm talking you're going to have this disease for your life and you no longer have it and it shows up nowhere in your system. I'm talking like jumping timelines, healing, healing, healing for generations. Um, when I had my kids, I want to say probably my son who just turned 8. But there's a lot of disease that runs in our family, right? You're at the doctor and they're asking you all these questions like, does anyone in your family have high blood pressure or diabetes or died of cancer or dementia, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And not so much that I don't know, but more so that I wasn't receiving that. Like, I'm not claiming that on my life. Like, just because it happened doesn't mean it's happening, or does it mean that it's going to happen with mine. Like, I, I made the decision right before I started actually my ascension and started going down that rabbit hole with the Most High in the spiritual journey. Like, I was like, the shit stops here. The curse of poverty, of lack, of dementia, of this, of that. Like, I'm not with it. I don't receive any of it. I don't. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. And I know that it's the power behind me, within me, that pushed all this healing forward. Things come up now, and listen. I'm on the Queen of Hearts energy, the off with their heads, Kali, that divine feminine, where she's like taking people by their heads and like just deadening it with the slicing their throats. Like, that's how I feel about every illness, every disease, every trauma that comes up. If it's coming up, it's because it needs to be healed, needs to be dealt with. But you need to be more aligned with your health and your healing and your wholeness and your love and your deservedness and your worthiness than you are with the lies of fear that cause the illnesses and disease to appear. Excuse me, in general. Whatever you're experiencing, whether it's within your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, it all starts from spirit. You have to tap in and see what's going on within you and what hasn't been healed, what hasn't been resolved. And whether it's something as simple as like throwing on a meditation, here on YouTube, that's aligning all your chakras. I believe everyone should have a spiritual practice. I push it, push it, push it. I will not stop pushing it. I was so soaked yesterday when my white sage finally got delivered, because I've been using like the crumbs of what was left from my last one. And so now I ordered 6. I have one at my boyfriend's house because there's always too much going on over there. And then I have one here, and I sage the house and I sage my kids sometimes while they're sleeping, because whatever. You have the power to heal yourself. And I feel like the reason God has put me in the forefront and has me doing this whole like YouTube channel thing, which was never something that I ever would have thought would ever be in my life, ever, 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 was because of this message. It's because we all need to heal. And when we start healing, when we start loving, just think about the shift in energy. Just think about how good you feel when you're having a vibrant, healthy day. Think about, when you wake up in the morning and you're energized. Think about starting off a day with a smile on your face and how that just is a ripple effect. And you wake up and you're like, damn, I had a really good day. Like, this is your life. This can be your life every day. I know people that are truly aligned with their illnesses. And I mean, like, they like the attention that they get from kind of being a victim, or from not being well, or people that push themselves so hard at work, push, 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 because they feel like they have to. And, spirits constantly being like, chill out, take a break, chill out, take a break, chill out, take a break. And these people are like, no, I can't, I can't, I can't. And then what happens? Boom, you get some shit like cancer where you have no choice but to sit the fuck down. When I first got pregnant with my son, actually before I got pregnant with my son, I had got laid off of a job. And I was back and forth between New York and Miami. So I would just, go from one city to the next. Wherever I was working, that's what it was. But then every place I was working, there was like layoffs, shutdowns, the place is going out of business. And I'm like, what the fuck? And working, I'm like, I can't find a job. Like, I've been working, I was, what, 12, 13 years old? Could not understand for the life of me why I couldn't find a job. Like, could not, I'm like, nah, there's something going on. But God had me on a big timeout. Like, I needed to rest. And I'm like, I didn't get it at the time when I got pregnant. Meanwhile, let's all remember that I thought I was barren this whole time. I didn't have my son until I turned 33. Pregnant, I was, ew, that's why you put me on timeout. Like, I needed to learn how to be a homebody and not be running back and forth in these streets going crazy, not working my ass to death. I needed to learn how to be home, how to be still, how to sit, how to embrace this new environment. Not that the environment was new, but embrace the fact that, like, yeah, you're going to be in this environment for a while because you're going to be home with a baby. It is what it is. So, I'm saying all that to say this. Align with your spirit and align with the power within you that has the ability to heal. And step forward into this. And I mean, like, truly, truly, truly step forward. Like, call your power back. Just, if something comes up, like, I was having shoulder pains. I'm like, I don't got time for shoulder pain. Like, I don't got time for this shit. I got stuff in it. Whatever, however you got here, fix yourself. And I moved on. Like, I literally was like, I don't have time for this shit at all. The other day, my mom was telling me, oh, I think I'm getting sick. She goes, I feel myself getting sick. And I was like, ooh, why do you keep saying things like that? Like, don't say, I feel myself getting sick. Just be like, I was like, what's that in my throat? Oh, no. I have no time for that. No time for that. I was like, I don't have time to be sick. Like, I have things to do. I have children to take care of. And they don't need a sick mommy. And I literally was like, I'm not with it. Whatever it is, you're done. And you leave. The next day, back on my grind. Had a UTI recently. Had to heal that shit mentally. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I know things are coming up. You need to deal with it. Any issues with the throat chakra, obviously, right? Get some lapis lazuli, throw it on there, maybe do a meditation with some blue selenite, and move on with your life, When I got the UTI, obviously sacral chakra issues, right? All sexual energy down there. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with me or what's going on with my partner, right? Because when you're in an intimate relationship, you guys pick up on each other's energies, right? You pick up on each other's DNA, you shift it. That's why it's important, especially if you're going to be using sex as a form of transmutation and healing, and doing any type of spiritual work, that you're careful with who you're laying down with, So, I'm going to keep dragging this, just pushing this into everyone's head. You have the power to heal yourself. I don't care what it's from. I don't care what the doctors say. I don't give a fuck. You have the power to heal yourself. Now, is it easier in our 3D world to get our broken bones fixed by going to like a hospital and getting a cast? 1,000%. 1,000%. Because it's hard to separate. You know what I mean? You're looking at your arm, the shit looks crazy, it's broken. It's hard to just be like, let me draw in the light and, jump timelines. Like, while you're in excruciating pain, that's probably not realistic. But there's a lot of wounds and there's a lot of things that go on that are not visible. And that's the challenge I have for you. Like, work on the stuff that you can't necessarily see on a day-to-day basis. Work on the stuff that's showing up in little other areas. Like, maybe all of a sudden you get a tummy ache, or you never get headaches and all of a sudden, like, your head's bothering you, or you're to dig deep and be like, where's this coming from? I don't receive this. I found a practice called EFT. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but look it up. But it's basically like the tapping method. You're tapping on all your meridian points. And as you're going through it, you're basically thing out of you. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. And this makes me really uncomfortable. But I know that this isn't permanent. And I know that it's not my fault. You start, look it up. They have like a free tapping solution. There's so much stuff on the internet. Just look it up. Highly suggested, especially for those that aren't necessarily willing or comfortable with the spiritual path yet. Start with that. The meridian points work. Whether you know about meridians or chakras or any of that other stuff that those of us that are light workers do to make sure we stay grounded and aligned, get with the program. Get out there and heal yourself. Heal yourself, heal yourself, heal yourself, heal yourself, heal yourself. I promise you, your healing doesn't just benefit you. It benefits all of those around you, and it benefits everyone after you. You can be the conduit of change for your entire lineage. Alright? So, what's stopping you? You like being sick all the time? You like having a cold? You like having backaches? You know, is your knee acting up? Or there goes that foot pain again? Or are you over it and you ready to live your best, healthy, delicious life? I know what I chose. Motherfucking health every day. I ain't with it. I'm 41. I'm energetic. I'm vibrant. I am bouncing off the walls at the time because I got little kids, you know? And life is fun. Life is fun because I chose it to be. Every day is a good day and tomorrow's even better. Every day is a good day and tomorrow will be even better. Guaranteed. It always is. Whether I'm aware of how everything's going to play out or not, the universe takes absolute pleasure and delight in surprising me. And guess what? Alright? So, I love you. God loves you and angels surround you. Bye, guys.